longitudinal study of immigrant students, and they found out that 95% of the parents that they surveyed stated that the reason they came to the United States was for better education opportunities for their children.
With the Bridging the Gaps grant, the students were more focused on their reading and writing and listening and speaking. It was just wonderful to see them from all proficiency levels be successful.
My Mom and Me in the Kitchen, written and illustrated by Maliha Asad.
Initially, we were worried that there wasn't a technology piece in our grant application. We had tried to go the technology route with getting different apps that might work and fit in, but we felt like we were trying to write our grant to technology instead of to our students. So we went with the books, dual language books, and felt like it was the most accessible to our families.
When the parents came in for the first meeting after the grant was approved and after the books were purchased, we handed the parent the books, and one of the parents looked at the book, and at first her reaction was like, well, why are you giving me a children's book? When she opened it, she goes, oh, this is in my language. And then she looked on the opposite page and realized that this is also in English, and she just have a bigger smile on her face.
My Trip to Puerto Rico. Who wrote that book? By Frisiano.
We had a first grader that was just so excited that her dad was able to read her book to her. It made her feel so good, and then we had our writers that really concentrated and focused on their editing and revising piece, because they knew that their own book was going to be displayed in the library, and they knew their parents would see it, the principals would come by and see it, and so they were really attentive to the editing.
No, they don't think that their language is weird. Mm-hmm. They think that their language is cool. The other kids think that their language is cool. So when they receive that message, it helps them become more confident.
Africa, and it's written and illustrated by Talpejai Odo.
A grant application through Waco ISD, but yes, I had gone through the process of writing a grant, and this grant process, I would say, was not as tedious as some, and it was very accessible, and I felt like the audience was really on our side, that the Education Foundation wanted to award us for our ideas and wanted to help us out.
My Birthday Party, written and illustrated by Delaney Boa Ramirez.
Really appreciate what the foundation has done for the parents and the children and the immigrant community.